This video is sponsored by Botan Store, Channel Fireball, Pokemon Card.io, and Card Market. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with Rayquaza VMAX once again, but this time around we're going to be playing the fire version, the welder version of the deck instead of the fluffy version. So of course we have Rayquaza VMAX, which has the ability Azure Pulse. You discard your hand and you draw 3 cards. But we have the attack Max Burst doing 20 damage, and you may choose to discard any amount of basic fire or lightning energies from this Pokemon, and this attack does 80 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. So with Welder, right, our beautiful welders and fire energies and giant cards, we're going to be looking for those, attaching them and getting a ton of damage through them. We have Victini as backup. Not only does it help in dealing with pesky stuff like Zamazenta, but we have the Spreading Flames attack both on Victini VMAX and on Victini V, which if we utilize that on turn 1 after discarding a bunch of energies, then that actually might allow us to set up a Rayquaza VMAX for the next turn so that we can start pressuring. We're also playing a Volcarona B with the Surging Flames attack doing 20 damage plus 20 more for each basic energy card in our discard pile, and then you shuffle those energy cards back into your deck. So if for some reason you manage to get all 14 energies into a deck, you are doing 300 damage total. We have Eldegoss, Crobat, and Dedenne for support, along with Cobalion GX's GX attack, Iron Rule GX. This essentially buys you an extra turn that you might need in order to power up, prevent your opponent from attacking you. Finding that welder to load the extra energies, it makes a lot of sense to have the Cobalion GX in here. And then we have Cocoa Prism Star, of course, to recover lightning energies, accelerate that onto Rayquaza if we need to, in order to get attacking with Max Burst. Welder, Research, and Boss's Orders are our engine. Quick Ball, Pokegum, and Incense to help find the right Pokemon. So let's jump into the ladder and see what we can do with this list. This list does belong to Vini Fernandez from Brazil. Really good Brazilian player, a senior also. So important to note. And just like how good he is, because he's always competing with Masters and he's always winning tournaments. So let's see what we can do with his version of this Rayquaza VMAX, Victini VMAX deck. Alright, we do win the coin flip. I believe we do want to go first. There's an argument not to, because you're a welder deck, so maybe I'm going to choose to go second, actually. Never mind. Never you mind. Okay, well, I mean, we get welder, right? We get welder into Ray, so the Eldegoss starts annoying, but it is what it is. The opponent will be playing a Suicune deck, might be Ludicolo, might just be Inteleon based. Could be Ice Rider, right? Could definitely be Ice Rider. And Path to a Peak, we get the Marshadow as our top deck in order to combat that. Definitely want to just straight up Welder into the Ray. Very fortunate that I got the 2 fires along with the Welder right here. And seems alright. I feel like I just want to go ahead and draw more cards, right? Do I want to keep the boss? I don't think I do. So I'm going to grab the Dene. I'll go ahead and bench the Marshadow, use its ability first, and then we'll go ahead and Dene change away, helping us establish more stuff, right? Just more stuff overall. Now this stuff is actually a little lacking. A little lacking so far. Don't think I want to rely on Victini right here. I'm just gonna call it a day here. See what happens next turn. I don't have a knockout on the Suicune. Do need a switching card. So we'll see what happens next turn. By benching the Rayquaza, if they fill up their bench, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 160, 180, nowhere near enough for a knockout. On a Rayquaza, they will be able to knock out Eldegoss. I would not mind them knocking out Eldegoss with this hand. Now that I'm getting Marnied, maybe I will mind. Maybe I will actually mind. Yes, I will mind. Because as per usual, my hand dies after a Marnie. As per usual. mean, the good thing is Suicune isn't like super threatening, so I can actually go attach boss KO the Crobat with Spiral Burst. They are Ice Rider though, so they could just return KO. Okay, they missed the knockout, but they can always just finish me off with the Inteleon. Find more energy, so it is what it is. It is what it is. What can I say, you know? What can I actually say that hasn't been said at this point? Find a Welder and a Giant Hearth. It's Marnie always, every time, just completely wrecking me. Alright. So what happens now? Do I get wrecked right here? They could potentially get a 4 price turn, that's for sure. The Cape of Toughness just made things even more difficult now. Even more difficult now. Actually, no, never mind. I need the exact same things to take a knockout. I need the VMAX to take a knockout here. I know I'm not going to win this game, but I'm gonna try. I am going to try. They attack into the Rayquaza, and then I KO them, but then they KO me, they're down to 1 price card, and then they just need boss, right? Which shouldn't be too difficult to pull off. Shouldn't be too difficult to pull off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 off if they bench something else, which they don't. Okay. So can I find a VMAX? I can. I, in fact, can find a VMAX. Like I said, afterwards I'm just getting knocked out and I have no response, which is where the Cobalion could come into play, right? Which is where the Cobalion could actually come into play. But seeing this hand, like clearly I don't have much to go off of, so I'm gonna go ahead and Azure Pulse. That's not helpful at all. That's truly just not helpful at all. Okay, well, max burst for just enough to get this KO. Probably getting stamped plus path to the peak. So I'm gonna need a lot. If for some reason I don't get Marnied or Stamp by my opponent and I manage to Stamp, maybe I'll have a chance, but I'm not getting Marnied. With no Sobble in play, maybe I don't get Stamped. Maybe. Never mind. Never mind, they got the Inteleon of the Melanie. There's the path, there's the Stamp, and that will be the game. I mean, I could get Sycamore, I mean, Research Steel, Crobat. I'm not completely dead. I am not completely dead. And that completes that. I mean, that's pretty good for the Stamp to protect themselves from Stamp to 1. I need a Miracle top deck here. That's not it. Okay. All right. So on to the next game. I mean, not much else to say. not much for me to say right there. The Marnie killed me as per usual, and then that was it. Right, I tried. I still had a chance, but I needed to top deck research out of 30 cards, and we all know that's not going to happen. Alright. I would like to go second, sure. I guess going up against Ice Rider, going second is not ideal. Okay, I mean, I have... With this start, I can go change away the energies and then potentially power up a Ray with Spreading Flames. We're not up against Ice Rider. So it's a Rapid Strike box with Lightning energies, maybe with Sylveon, or don't really know. One card in hand. Okay, well, hopefully the Dene is not priced, right? It isn't, okay, that's good. So I have 4 Quick Balls and 3 Rayquazas. And plenty more ways to find energy, so... will the Volcarona be helpful? I mean, it could be, honestly. It generally could be, so I'm gonna bench it. I might end up regretting that. This is my second game with the deck ever, so... We'll see. But hey, this is fairly solid. I get to fully power up the Ray with Spreading Flames, and I have the Victini VMAX for next turn. So that's actually pretty good. I could actually one-shot the Blaziken VMAX next turn. So there's the Octillery, into an Escape Rope, into a potential Research. I feel like the Dene is definitely the card to get to potentially sacrifice, because the Dene is so frail, you just look at it and it goes down basically. Alright. So green, let's focus for 6 cards. Have a free retreat, so they could end up getting a knockout. They could end up just powering up with Blaziken. No energies though, so that's good. They can't search for an energy with Urshifu this turn. They do go for the VMAX though. The Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX in. Okay, if... Huh? Please... Huh? Why would you evolve? Oh my gosh. Wow, my opponent doesn't know. Yeah, that's a mistake from my opponent. Oh, dude, are you kidding me, man? Oh my gosh, what a top deck. So what a misplay by my opponent, and then what a top deck by me. This is the second time. I mean, I guess it's common that this deck plays this. So go ahead and evolve and clean Crobat for 6. Very, very lucky top deck right there. Very unlucky that I had nothing, right? And I got nothing, in fact. Well, I didn't get nothing. No, I think I just established another Ray, right? Okay, I have Azure Pulse. I need a Welder off of this. Please. Why? Why can't I capitalize on the fact that my opponent chose not to KO the Dene? You can't tell me that was on purpose. And I've lost 2 bosses orders to this. Unfreaking believable, man. Welders, research, switch, air balloon, like all of those would have been nice cards to find. Alright, so the game goes on. And if my opponent chose not to take a KO right there, then like that's a big brain play, sure. That is a very big brain play. Oh, really? So they only play 1 Calyrex focus? So instead of choosing to knock me out, and instead... What is going on, dude? Why do I have to top deck this card? Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attach here. I'll go ahead and quick ball. I'm losing the Coco anyway, so might as well. Definitely don't need another Victini, and then we'll go Azure Pulse, please. There we freaking go, man. Still no supporter, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Still no supporter to save my life. My opponent's plays have been very odd. Very, very odd. Alright, there's a supporter. So can my opponent win in 2 turns? I don't think they can. Yeah, I don't think they can. My opponent, like, I don't understand why my opponent has completely refused to KO the Dedenne. Like, I really just don't. He could have knocked out this Dedenne 3 turns. I'm not understanding what's going on. Okay. Okay, so this is a plan, okay? We go boss on the active, we do as much damage as we can on this guy. Right, yeah. Well, not as much damage as we can. 9, 180, 200, yeah. So then I'll do this, and then I have... Sure. And then I'll do max burst, do 180, and then I can just chase this guy down with my last boss wherever it goes. That's the plan. I can chase with Volcarona, I can chase with Victini VMAX. Should be good to go. Should be good to go. So, like, if you're playing Octiller, you play more than 1 Calyrex focus, right? The random path to the peaks in these decks don't make any sense to me. Like, you can't search for the card. You have the other stadiums as well. You potentially hurt your Dedenne or Crobat draws, so I'm not quite getting the benefits. Alright, unless we get reset stamped, the game is over. Well, they could heal as well. They could play potions. They could play Team Yell Towel. Something like that, maybe. Alright. Tool Scrapper, that's fine, we have the switch. And it's finally GG. Finally GG. Just in case, I don't want to mess up. So I'll just go ahead and use max victory. Just in case I'm missing something with the Surging Flames attack. Alright. Alrighty. Let's do one more game of this Fire Rayquaza, which, just like the other version, just not very convincing overall. Yeah, not very convincing overall. It's just like, don't get me wrong, Rayquaza VMAX is a really good card, but you need so much to get it to work that by the time you get it to work, like you don't end up getting that big one-hit KO out of the blue, right? So then it takes you 2 turns. So every other VMAX gets KOs over 2 turns. So then what's the point, you know? So then what was the point in the end anyways? All right. My opponent starts Crobat. Poke comes Eternatus. I'd say, like, if your opponent starts Crobat, there's a high chance that they're playing Eternatus because of how many Crobats they play, right? So that is a small assumption that maybe you can make if an opponent plays Crobat. Obviously, a ton of decks play Crobat, but a player starting their single Crobat in any deck is much less likely than starting one of your 4 Crobats in Eternatus. So if you don't know what you're up against sometimes, and you see your opponent started a Crobat, and you don't have any other information, a sort of safe guess is the fact that your opponent might be playing the Crobat. Okay, I don't know what that card was, but if it wasn't that energy. If my opponent doesn't draw energy here, then I'm not sure. I feel like I'd rather guarantee the energy and lose. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. Okay, so no energy, right? I mean, that doesn't mean we're safe at all because of the possibility of Weavile plus Moltres. So doesn't mean we're safe at all. Okay, this gives us a chance to power up with Victini just like we did the previous game, which would be amazing. However, dude, I don't understand what I'm doing so wrong. Oh my gosh. No supporter, no Victini, no nothing to continue. I just want to play. Right. Great ball for Weavile. So there's one piece I would have allowed that allows my opponent to attack this turn, to knock me out this turn. If they knock me out this turn, obviously I'm conceding. Obviously I'm conceding. But the fact that my opponent discarded that energy just... It's like, now you need so much more to get the attack off, right? Which they'll probably get because they're playing against Stablemon, but still. So did they actually get... They have Eternatus, they have Moltres, they need energy and switch. I don't know, energy, switch, and another Pokemon. Energy, Moltres, transfer, switch, basic. Oh my god. I can't, dude. I absolutely cannot play against these perfect hands with my crap hands. Oh, and this is where someone will comment, oh, you complain so much, Tablemon. Every time. pull it off once with the Suicune Ludicolo deck. I feel like I feel like I used up all my luck for the year in that game. Like, that was it. That was my one play. And then we're back to usual business. We are back to usual business right here. Oh my gosh. My opponent discards energy on purpose and then pulls off the perfect, absolute perfect hand afterwards to knock me out. I did a change and I get crap. It's like, how is that fair? How is that even fair? Okay, well. I didn't get crap. Oh my god. There's something very weird happening. I think I just go all out on the Ray, right? I mean, why not? I'm definitely gonna have to attack with Volcarona at some point in this match. Or utilize Victini to Spreading Flames. But okay, this turn I got 6 energy in one turn. Not this turn, this time. Okay. They attached, they went boss. Them getting a dark energy in the discard pile seems pretty unlikely. Right? Seems pretty unlikely. Alright, choose to retreat. Yeah, so my opponent drawing really badly. Like, it's the game just, it's really not fair. The game's generally not fair. It's either my opponent draws crap, or I draw crap. There's just no middle ground. There's just absolutely no middle ground right here. Alright, I get a fire and a lightning. So all I need is a VMAX now to take a knockout on the Moltres. If I get to keep my hand, right? If their top deck wasn't Marnie. Well, I guess they could have drawn it with Cricketune, never mind. They absolutely could have drawn it with the Cricketune, but they had already bossed, so they couldn't play. Okay, so there will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 energies. So I'm getting very lucky this game. Well, number one, because my opponent's actually not going to attack me since they already committed the energy. Unless they manage to get a dark energy into the discard pile, which that's not going to happen, so that works. Okay, so that definitely changes my play. I'm gonna go ahead and Pokecom the Volcarona for Crobat, Ordinary Rod 2 fires back, and then just Crobat for 5. That Eldegoss is not very useful right here. So let's get the Crobat, which we know isn't priced because we had it in our beautiful hand last turn. So we'll put 2 fires back. We will go ahead and Crobat for 4, find the stadium, get rid of a Victini, get 2 fires, a Welder 2 fires onto Volcarona. I'm not, it's not a Volcarona, Pablo, that's a Rayquaza. Go ahead and attach here. We shall go ahead and Pokecom back the Victini for a VMAX. Probably should have put back the Eldegoss, in fact, to guarantee myself a Welder for next turn. Yeah, I probably should have done that. And then we'll go ahead and Max Burst. 1, 2, 3. All right. And now I'm down to 2 prize cards. I play 12 total fire energies. So assuming there's 1, right? Assuming the other one isn't priced, there's 1, 2, there's 10. So assuming I have 2 fire energies left in my deck, I can actually just go Eldegoss, get the fires, one-shot the Sylveon VMAX for a game. Or the Rapid Strike, dude, that works too. That actually works too. All right. Oh, I hate Marty with all my heart. Okay. Okay. That complicates things, but we don't need to win next turn, right? We do not need to win next turn. I still have Quick Ball for Eldegoss for the Giant Hearth, 2 fires. Finding the other fire will be problematic, but it is what it is. It is. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I just go Quick Ball Eldegoss boss, get the fire, and win. Right? Just knock out Croats. Yeah. Just knock out the Croats, and that's it. Yep, there we go. Alright. Lots of suffering, I know. I just, like, clearly I get very frustrated when I don't get to play, right? I'm here to create content, I'm here to showcase the deck, then I draw 6 cards and we just watch my opponent play, right? So it frustrates me. Like, it's not even losing, you know? I don't mind. It's not even that my opponents get luckier than me. Like, it really isn't that to the core concept. It's, I'm trying to showcase a deck, and the stupid hands that I get just don't let me, right? So it's time that I feel like I'm wasting you, the viewer, that I'm wasting myself, right? So I don't know. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I know this happens, but it just feels like it happens so much more often to me than, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be taking a look at WELDER VMAX tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about. Seems like a pretty fun card to use to annoy opponents. Not very competitive, but very fun. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.